Good morning, all of you. This is Sai Kiran from SK Chemistry Academy. Today we'll discuss the second chapter from 10th standard chemistry CBSE board. So already I discussed the first chapter, that is chemical equation and reactions. So this is our second chapter. See, I am making the three parts in this second chapter, part 1, part 2, part 3. In the part 1 we will discuss what is the acid, what is the base, and indicator, types of indicators, and chemical reactions of acid with metals, metal carbonates, metal bicarbonates, and neutralization reaction. Okay guys, now without wasting the time, let's get started. So see here, you must have studied in your previous classes what is acid, base, and indicator. So little bit we will revise that all the things. Then again I will start the chemical reactions of acid and base. Okay. Now let's see here. So what is acid normally? You know that what is acid? Normally acids are what? They are sour in taste. Okay. Like lemon, the unripe mangoes, curd, like that. Sour in taste. And acids normally turn the blue litmus paper to red litmus paper. Blue litmus paper to red. Then normally acid gives what? Acid gives H plus ion in the water. Only in aqueous medium. Aqueous medium means what? Water. In the water they will give H plus ion. And that acid what? Corrode metals. Normally, so when the metals contact with acid, the metal undergoes corrosion. That is called rusting of metals. That's why our parents, they will not store the pickles in the steel container. Why? Because that steel container will react, that metal react with acid, and what our pickle will decompose. Now see some examples. That is a strong acid. HCl means what? Hydrochloric acid. H2SO4, this is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is also known as what? The king of chemical. And HNO3, that is what? Nitric acid. Some weak acid, see, this is what? Acetic acid, oxalic acid, and citric acid. Okay, citric acid present in the lemon, citrus fruits. Oxalic acid present in tomato also. Okay. Now let's see some organic acids we will discuss. This is also very important. Some organic acids and their sources we will discuss. What are the organic acids and their sources? See here. 1 minute. Yes. See some organic acids and their sources. First, citric acid. Citric acid normally present in citrus fruits. That is what? Oranges and lemon, etc. Formic acid present, that is what? Red ant. That is what? Sting of ant and bees. And acetic acid, that is what? Vinegar and tomato. And malic acid present normally apple and grape. Tartaric acid, it is present tamarind and grapes and unripe mangoes. And oxalic acid present in what? Spinach and cabbage. Lactic acid, what is the source? Normally curd and milk, lactic acid. Ascorbic acid means nothing but vitamin C, that is what? Citrus fruits, that is amla. Clear guys? These are the some organic acids and their sources. Now let's see what is a base now. So what is a base? So already you know that what the base properties. See, these are the bitter in taste. Okay. And they turn red litmus paper to blue litmus paper. And they give what? OH minus ion in aqueous medium. See, acid gives H plus ion and base gives OH minus ion. And neutralization means what? H plus react with OH minus, it will give what? Water molecule. That is a neutralization. So normally the bases are soap in touch. You must have seen when you touch the sodium hydroxide in your laboratory, you feel what? Soapy touch. Now see some example for strong base. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide. Some weak base is what? Ammonium hydroxide. See, sometimes they will give alkali. Alkali means what? These are also base, but these bases are what? Which are soluble in water. The base which soluble in water is known as alkali. Most of the in the periodic table, the first group element, they are called alkali metals. Okay, all like lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. These are all what? Alkali metals. And they also called alkali means what? They soluble, their bases are soluble in water. Okay, now see acid. What is the acid? What is the base? And now we will discuss what is the indicator. How to find? See whether the given compound Is acid or base? How do you find? Can you taste? No, because chemicals can harm your health. So without tasting, see, I given the what acids are sour in taste and base are bitter. So if you check now that chemical, what happened now? So due to what, some chemicals, so you maybe what, you maybe die, they harm to your health. So without tasting the compound, we can determine whether the compound is given is acid or base, so by using the indicators. So now let's see the indicators. What are the indicators? The substance which change the color, otherwise change the smell in the acidic medium and basic medium. Clear? The substance which changes color or smell when it is added to an acid or base is called indicator. So normally indicators are three types here. So the first indicator is what, natural indicator. These indicators are obtained from the plants. Okay, so that is what, litmus paper, that is litmus solution, turmeric and red cabbage extract. These are the what, natural indicators. And I will change how they change the color in the different medium. I will discuss. And next is what, artificial indicator means what, they are, we will prepare these chemicals by using the chemical reactions. Okay, through the chemical reaction. They are not exist naturally. So that is what, phenolphthalein indicator and methyl orange. So you must have done titration phenolphthalein indicator. When you add the 2-3 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator, so base sodium hydroxide, it will what, gives pink color. Next, third, these are the what, olfactory indicators, and these are those indicators that do not show any color change, but they shows the change in the smell, that is odor, when added to acid and base. So this is what, onion extract and vanilla extract. Clear? Now we'll discuss how this indicator change their colors in the different medium like acid and base medium. Now see here, this is the indicator. Here we have the one box. So different indicators, they change the colors here. So let's see how they change the color. This is what our indicator. See, this is indicator types. This is acidic medium, this is basic medium. Methyl orange, see, methyl orange in the acidic solution it is shows red color, and in the basic solution it will shows yellow color. Phenolphthalein indicator in the acidic medium, that is colorless, white color, like water, colorless, and it gives pink color in the base. Litmus paper, see, litmus paper turn red in the acidic, it means blue litmus turn to red, and in the basic medium and blue, in the basic medium red is what, turn to blue. So litmus paper in the basic medium gives blue and acidic medium red. Next, turmeric. See, the turmeric in the acidic medium no change, but in the basic medium reddish brown. See, sometimes when the curry stains on our shirt, no? So see, sometimes when you eat in the restaurant in house, some dal, whatever the curry, sometimes what, the stains are on your cloth. So in the washing, see, stain means what, curry stain having the what, turmeric. So when you wash the clothes with the soap, that soap is what, basic in nature. So the turmeric shows what, reddish brown color in the basic medium. First it will give reddish brown color, and after washing with water, that stain become to yellow color. Clear? Next is what, red cabbage extract in acidic medium red and basic medium what, bluish green. And onion extract, no change in color, but onion smell is retained in acidic medium. So whatever the original smell of the onion, that will retain in the acidic medium, but this onion extract when contact with the base, that onion smell is disappear. It means what, odorless, that is become to odorless, no smell. So vanilla extract, no change in the color, and it is retain its a pleasant smell in the acidic medium, but basic medium what happened, it loses its smell. These are the indicators and their actions in the different medium. Now see, we have given some compounds in our book, NCERT book. So let's see here. So how this gives the different colors. Now this is what, sample solution, red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So keep in your mind, let me give one shortcut method. See, red litmus, what happened? Red litmus is converted into blue in the what, red litmus paper is what? Blue. Where? In the basic medium. And blue litmus paper is converted into what? Red in the acidic medium. Now let's see, this is what? HCl. HCl, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. This is what? CH3COH. This is called acetic acid. Again I am repeating the names: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and acetic acid. So this solution all are acidic. So red litmus paper is there any change? No change. Here what? No change. Here also no change, no change, no change. Okay. Blue litmus paper converted into red. Yes, this is what? In the acidic medium, this is what? Red. Also red. Here also red you will get, because they are all are acids. Red. Okay. Now see, we will continue na this column also. This is what? Basic medium. In the basic medium, red litmus paper is changed into what? Blue in the basic medium. So this is what here? Blue, because this sodium hydroxide base, potassium hydroxide base, magnesium hydroxide base, blue color, ammonium hydroxide, that is blue color, and calcium hydroxide, blue color. And see here, that is blue litmus paper. Blue litmus paper, this is what? Basic. So blue litmus paper, no change. No change, no change, no change, no change, no change, because all are from sodium hydroxide to calcium hydroxide, all are bases. Now take the phenolphthalein indicator. Phenolphthalein indicator in acidic medium, colorless. That is what? This is what? Colorless. Colorless. Acid, H2SO4, colorless acid. Nitric acid, acid, colorless. Acetic acid, colorless. But what? Here? Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is base. So phenolphthalein indicator shows the pink color. So potassium hydroxide base, pink color, pink, all are bases, pink and pink. Understood? Now next see methyl orange. What I said, in the methyl orange, in acidic medium, which color gives methyl orange in acidic medium? Already we discussed. See here. This is what? Our methyl orange. Methyl orange in acidic medium what? Red. And in the what? Basic medium, yellow. Understood? See here. Methyl orange in acidic medium, which color it will give? Yes. Which color it will give? Red. This is that red. Acid, red. This is also acid, red. Acetic acid also red. And sodium hydroxide what? Yellow you are getting. Methyl orange. This is what? Yellow. So here also yellowish color. All are yellows. This is the what? Some chemicals and their reaction with the different indicators. Now let's see the chemical reactions of acid base. Now we'll discuss chemical properties of acid and base. So what are the chemical properties of acid and base? Let's see here. Chemical reactions of metals with acid. So see, normally we have the different chemical reactions: reaction with metals, reaction with non-metals, and reaction with metal oxide, reaction with non-metal oxide, and neutralization reaction. So all we will discuss here. So normally see the reaction of metal with acid, the first reaction. This is what? First reaction. So metals reacts with acid and displaces hydrogen from the acid to produce what? Hydrogen gas and metal salt. Keep in your mind. Normally see, metals react with acid. See, acid and metal. Metal react with acid, produces salt and hydrogen gas. This is a what? General reaction. Suppose if you take the metal, this is what? Zinc solid. When treated with H2SO4, these two hydrogens are replaces. So zinc sulfate you will get, and H2 gas is evolved out. H2 gas bubble, you can see it. In the NCERT textbook, there is one activity is also there. For example, take the zinc again, same. Zinc when react with what? HCl. So 2 moles of HCl, because zinc oxidation state is what? +2. So ZnCl2 and H2 gas is evolved. Clear? For example, if you take one more metal, see this is what? Magnesium when react with 2 molecules of HCl. So you will get what? Magnesium chloride and H2 gas is produced. Clear? This is what? Reaction of metal with acid. So keep in your mind, Metals react with acid, gives what? Salt and hydrogen gas. That's it. Example what? Zinc react with H2SO4, gives zinc sulfate and H2 gas, and zinc react with HCl, zinc chloride and H2 gas. Magnesium react with HCl, magnesium chloride and H2 gas. Okay. Now let's see here. Next reaction, reaction of metal with base. Now first we will discuss what? Metal with acid. Now we will discuss what? Metal with base. Base also react with the metals and produces salt and hydrogen gas. Same, see. Here metals react with base to give metal salt, that is salt and hydrogen gas. So base metal gives what? Salt and hydrogen gas. For example, see, if you take the metal like zinc, zinc react with sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is what? Base to produce hydrogen gas. So this is what? Sodium hydroxide. AQ means what? Aqueous. Zinc, that is a solid. So here what? You will get the sodium zincate. Here what? 2 moles means 2 hydrogens. These 2 hydrogens combined H2 gas is evolved, and you will get what? Sodium zincate. So here what is a zincate? Zincate means what? ZnO2 minus 2. This is what? Sodium zincate. Okay, this is a zincate. So with sodium means what? Sodium zincate. This is what? Na2, because Na oxidation state is what? +1. So you have to what? Take the 2Na. So this is what? Sodium zincate. Clear? So it means what? Base also react with metals, produces, that is a salt and hydrogen gas. This is the first reaction of the metals with acid and base. Clear, guys? The next, see here. So how to check the whether the hydrogen gas is produced or not? We have the one experiment, that is activity. See here, this is one experiment. In this experiment, what is there here? One minute. See, this is one apparatus arrangement. Here we have the different arrangements here. See, this is one test tube. The test tube having the what here? Zinc granules, zinc metal, and add the dilute sulfuric acid. So what I said, when you add the zinc, so zinc, okay, zinc, and already we discussed with H2SO4 reaction will take place. Then see, your zinc replaces hydrogen gas, zinc sulfate you will get, and H2 gas produced. Okay, where produced? In this tube is produced. This is what? One rubber cork. So in this rubber cork we inserted one tube. So whatever the hydrogen gas produced, so they will what? Flow through this tube, and we have to pass this hydrogen gas through the soap solution. Okay, and this soap solution, whenever you pass the gas in the water, you will get one bubble. No? This is the hydrogen bubble. Okay, so see, if you bring the mastic, near to this bubble, no? So you will get one pop sound. So hydrogen gas burn with pop sound. The pop sound is indicate that is hydrogen gas. That is what? Burning of hydrogen gas with pop sound. Clear here? See, if a mastic is brought near to mouth of the tube containing the hydrogen gas, it burns what? That burns with a pop sound. This is what? Test for the hydrogen gas. Now let's see reaction of metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates with acid we will discuss. That is carbonates and bicarbonates. That is hydrogen carbonate is nothing but what? Bicarbonates. So see here, whether it is metal carbonates या metal hydrogen carbonate, carbonate या hydrogen carbonate, when react with acid, they will give salt and carbon dioxide produced and water molecule. This is a general reaction. Keep in your mind, metal carbonate or metal bicarbonates. Bicarbonate means what? Metal hydrogen carbonate. When react with acid, produce carbon dioxide and water with formation of salt. Okay. Again I am repeating. What is the reaction? Metal carbonates or metal bicarbonates react with acid, produces salt, carbon dioxide and water. See here, Suppose if you take, this is what sodium carbonate, this is also called, this is what washing soda, okay, washing soda, sodium carbonate. When react with acid, this is what HCl. See here, 2 moles I took HCl. Why? Because here 2 sodiums are there. 2 sodium react with 2 Cl. So NaCl is what aqueous medium. And here CO3 is there. So this CO3, so from this CO3, these two hydrogens will take one oxygen. So water molecule liquid, and CO2 is what evolved out, carbon dioxide. You will get the carbon dioxide bubble. Then if you take, this is a bicarbonate, this is also called eating soda. So this is what when react with, only 1 mole I took. Why? Because here only 1 sodium is there. That's why 1 Cl. Cl and sodium NaCl, and 1 hydrogen here, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, and they will take 1 oxygen from CO3 liquid. Then you will get what? Carbon dioxide. Clear? Now see, how do you test the carbon dioxide? Suppose if you pass, see, on passing the carbon dioxide evolved in the reaction through the lime water. Lime water means what? Calcium hydroxide. So whatever the gas evolved in this reaction, if you pass through the sodium, through the calcium hydroxide, this calcium hydroxide react with this CO2, you will get white precipitate. That is called what? Yes, limestone. That is what? White precipitate of calcium carbonate. Understood? So how to check the carbon dioxide? So whatever the producing the gas, when you pass through the what? Lime water, calcium hydroxide, so white precipitation will form. White precipitation formation is indicate, that is what? Carbon dioxide react with calcium hydroxide. In that case, what? In the hydrogen gas we test by using what? Matchstick. Hydrogen gas burn with pop sound. In the carbon dioxide react with lime water, gives white precipitate. The formation of white precipitate indicate the presence of carbon dioxide. Now let's see here how to check the carbon dioxide. And little bit see, after you are getting what? Calcium carbonate. After you are getting calcium carbonate. On passing excess carbon dioxide, okay, in the presence of water, which reaction will take place? So see, calcium carbonate. How did you get this calcium carbonate? Calcium hydroxide react with carbon dioxide. So white precipitate you got. Again, if you pass the excess carbon dioxide through that calcium carbonate in the presence of water, what happened? Calcium bicarbonate will form. Then that precipitate will dissolve in the water. First you will get white precipitate. Then after again you are doing the reaction. Again you are passing the CO2 through that white precipitate. Then slowly that white precipitate dissolve. Why? Because formation of calcium bicarbonate. This is also called calcium hydrogen carbonate. Yeah, calcium bicarbonate. So this is what? Calcium oxidation state is what? +2, and bicarbonate means what? HOCO3 -1. So we know that now how to write the formula here. What? Valence is 2, here valence is 1. So we know that now cross multiplication, this we have to add, and this 2 is here. So you will get what? Calcium, then bicarbonate. So you know that now how to write the formula. For example, see one more, let me explain. For example, zinc +2. What is the oxidation state of Cl? Cl minus. How to write? See, here valence is 2 and this is what? 1. So just write this 1 under this zinc, right? So valence means the ability, the combining capacity of element. See, the zinc combining capacity is 2, but chlorine combining capacity is 1. So now what? ZnCl2. Understood? That is how to write the formula. So here what? We can check the carbon dioxide produced in the reaction. See, this is one activity in the NCERT book. Take the sodium carbonate here. Let me change the color. See here, this one. Sodium carbonate, solid, and add the dilute hydrochloric acid. So what? This sodium carbonate react with acid and you will get the bubble, carbon dioxide. So we have to collect this bubble through this test tube. And this test tube having the calcium hydroxide, lime water. So this carbon dioxide react with this lime water and you will get what? Calcium carbonate, white precipitate. This is the what? Chemical reaction of metal carbonate and bicarbonate with acid. Okay? So the next reactions here, Next reaction, see here. Reaction of acid and base. This is called neutralization reaction. Reaction of acid and base, and also called what? Neutralization reaction. This is also called what? Neutralization. Neutralization reaction. So what is a neutralization reaction? Very simple. The reaction between acid and base to form the salt and water. See, the reaction between an acid and base to give salt and water is known as neutralization reaction. Please copy it, all the definitions. You have to write the notes, not only listening. Just copy it, all the things. Now see, this is what base, this is acid. Both will react. You will get what? Salt and water. This is called neutralization reaction. For example, if you take sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base and this is aqueous solution. This is what? HCl. This is hydrochloric acid is acid. Both are aqueous solution. So how do you get? This is what? OH minus. This is sodium means what? Na plus. Here HCl means what? Cl minus. Hydrogen means what? H plus. So just exchange the ions. Cl react with Na. This is NaCl salt you are getting. And OH react with H plus. This is water. This is what? Salt and water we are getting. This is what? Water. Now see, therefore, while suffering from acidity, it is prescribed to take the antacid which are in basic in nature. See what happened? So during the digestion, our stomach release hydrochloric acid. That hydrochloric acid help in the digestion of food. But sometimes what happened? During the digestion, excess secretion of hydrochloric acid will take place in our stomach. Due to that one, we feel what? Acidity, hyperacidity. Sometimes it will cause ulcer. So our stomach is what? Hyperacidity. It means concentration of hydrochloric acid is more. So that we have to take antacid. Antiacid means what? Antacids are basic in nature. Normally we will take sodium hydrogen carbonate or magnesium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide. We will take. So that base will what happen? That base will, what does it do? Base neutralizes excess hydrochloric acid present in the stomach. Then we will get the relief. Clear? Why the antacids are used? To neutralize excess hydrochloric acid in the stomach. So nowadays, instead of antacids, we will take antihistamines. Antihistamines are the drug which, see, prevention better than cure. Antacid what? After excess hydrochloric acid released, they neutralize. But this antihistamine, they prevent. Antihistamines what? Prevent the excess secretion of excess hydrochloric acid in our stomach. Okay, just keep in. You will learn this all the things in the higher standard. Now see here. So understood now what is a neutralization reaction? The reaction between acid and base to give the salt and water. Now see, you can do the acid and base titration, acid base titration. This is one conical flask here. This is one conical flask. In the conical flask, first take the any base, for example NaOH. And this is what? Phenolphthalein indicator. This is what? Phenolphthalein indicator. So take the base and add the 2-3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. So it will turn what? Pink color. Now pink color. After pink color, just add here. So this is what? This is conical flask and this is called what? Burette. So from this burette, this burette filled with acid, and this acid what? Drop the one by one. So here what? When you add this HCl to this pink color, what happened? Whatever the base present in this conical flask slowly react with acid. Neutralization reaction will take place. So here what? NaOH in the conical flask react with the HCl in the burette. So you will get what? Salt and water. NaCl H2O. So after total after what? Consumption of sodium hydroxide in the conical flask. So what? Only water and salt is there. Okay, water and salt is there. There is no base. It means what? Phenolphthalein is what? Pink color is a disappear. Pink color disappear means what? That is the end point. Complete neutralization will take place. Clear? Conical flask, sodium hydroxide, and add the 2-3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator, it gives the What? Pink color. Then add the acid through the burette drop wise. Then after some time what on, slowly your pink color disappear meaning what? Your whatever the base present in the conical flask reacting with acid and giving salt and water. After completion of the reaction, that conical flask only contain sodium chloride and water. That is what end point. Then pink color is disappear. Okay guys. Now let's see here reaction of metallic oxide with base. Metallic oxide with acid. Metallic oxide with acid. That is what? Reaction of metallic oxide with acid. So what is reaction here? See, normally metal oxides are act as a base. That's why they are reacting with acids. So metal oxide react with acid and will give what? Salt and water. Salt and water. For example, see copper oxide with dilute hydrochloric acid. This is copper oxide. This is a metallic oxide. Actually, this is what? Basic in nature. Or metal oxides are basic in nature, otherwise amphoteric in nature. See here, this metal oxide react with HCl. This is what? Cupric chloride you will get and water molecule. So this is what? Salt and water you are getting. Clear? So it means, see, since the metallic oxides react with acids to give what? Salt and water. This reaction is what? Similar to the reaction of base with acid. That's why what? Metallic oxides are said to be basic in nature. So metallic oxides are in basic nature. That's why they are reacting with acid and produced salt and water. So keep in your mind metallic oxides are in basic nature. Next, see here. Reaction of non-metallic oxide with base. Non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxide like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, you can take it. So this is what? Non-metal oxide and base. See here, that is an example. This is a calcium hydroxide, that is a base, with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is what? Non-metallic oxide to produce salt and water. So this is what? Calcium hydroxide when react with what? Calcium carbonate. Already we discussed now. This is what? Lime water. You are getting white precipitate, calcium carbonate salt and water. This is what? Reaction of non-metallic oxide with base. Understood guys? Okay, now see, let's see what happens to acid and base in water. So when you add the acid or base to the water, so what is happening there? Let's see here. So acid in water solution, first we will discuss acid in water solution. See, acid in water solution gives H plus ion. So keep in your mind, acids always gives H plus ion in the acidic medium. It means the compound which gives H plus ion in the aqueous medium is also called what? Acid. So see, for example, this is what? HCl. In the presence of water produce what? H plus ion. And this ion, normally H plus ion cannot exist alone. Are you getting my point? H plus ion cannot exist alone. And hence what? It combined with the water molecule and it formed the what? H3O plus. So for example, see, this is the HCl and H2O. And acid gives what? H plus ion, okay, H plus ion and Cl minus. And this H plus ion combined with water molecule, okay, water molecule H2, it become to H3O plus and Cl minus. See here, otherwise you can write it here, see, or. So normally this HCl gives what? H plus ion, that H plus ion react with, combined with what? Water molecule. So this is what? H3O plus. This is called hydronium ion. And see, if you take, this is hydrochloric acid. If you take the nitric acid also gives H plus ion and NO3 minus. And what happened? Plus ion, what happened now? In the presence of water molecule, in the water molecule, it will combine with the water molecule. So what? This is H3O plus. This is called hydronium ion. Okay. So what here what you can say that na. See, acid gives what? H plus ion in the aqueous medium, and that H plus ion alone not exists, combined with the water molecule exists as a hydronium ion. For example, see H2SO4. H2SO4 having 2 hydrogens, so it will give 2H plus ion. 2 hydronium ion will form. So this is acetic acid. Acetic acid gives what? 1 H plus ion, and this is CH3CO minus. So this is also combined with water molecule and exists as a hydronium ion. Understood? So what happens when acid added to aqueous medium? Simple. Acid gives H plus ion, and that H plus ion alone not exists, combined with water molecule exists as a hydronium ion. Very good. Now let's see. So base when dissolved in water, what happens? Base when dissolved in water, it gives what? OH minus ion. So see, base when dissolved in water produces OH minus ion. So whenever you dissolve the base, for example, this is a sodium hydroxide solid. So when you dissolved in the water, so it gives what? This is Na plus and this is OH minus. So it will give what? OH minus ion in the aqueous medium. For example, potassium hydroxide. So it gives K plus ion, OH minus ion. For see, magnesium hydroxide here, bracket 2 means what? Magnesium oxidation state plus 2. So it will give Mg plus 2, Mg plus 2, and here what? 2 OH minus ions. These are the what? 2 OH minus ion you will get. So it means what? The base here what? This base are dissolved in the water. The base which are dissolved in water are called what? Alkali. In the beginning also I explained. Understood, guys? Okay. Now let's see here. One minute. Next. See, now as we have the, see here, now as we have identified that what all acids generate H plus ion in aqueous medium, and all bases generate OH minus ion. So it means we know that now when we add the acid to the water molecule, it gives H plus ion. When we add the base to water, it gives what? OH minus ion. So we can write the neutralization reaction in the different way, because base in the aqueous medium gives OH minus ion, acid in the aqueous medium gives H plus ion. So when acid and base react, it means what? H plus and OH minus ion react and will give water. So see here. So this is what? Acid and this is base. We are getting what? Salt and water. So this is what? HX means what? Acid, and MOH, that is what? Base. So this one what? X and M is combined, that is a salt will form, and this H and OH minus combined and water. It means you can write the neutralization reaction, that is H plus and OH minus combined with each other, this gives water molecule. So we can write the neutralization reaction. The reaction between H plus and OH minus to give the water molecule is also known as neutralization reaction. Understood, guys, all of you? Okay. So now see, I am going to now I am going to wind up the class. So in the next class we will discuss the further topic. Thank you.